what is it you want? And it turns out what they wanted was not me. So an empty room. So I thought I would let other people come and join me. And if you are in the vicinity and you're seeing this, that you're welcome. Maybe by the end of it, I'll have a full house. Who knows? And if anyone wants to suggest things I can do on stage, live on stage, it's a massive stage. Look at it's a stadium almost. Then I can do that. And so I haven't wasted my day. Something has been created out of the mystery and disaster that is my life. It's amazing. So hello everyone. I haven't done a live stream for a little while because I've been up here in Edinburgh doing business. All my other gigs have been packed out. I say packed. There's been people there and I've done shows. So that's good. I'm going to let my hair down. Whoa, amazing. So that's made all the difference. I'm sure I'll get them packed in now. Yes, somebody just come to look at the door and see what's going on, and they're very, very confused. But I've got one person, so that's something. So even if nobody's actually in the room, somebody's in the room. So hello, person. How are you? So I'm in Edinburgh, and I'm in Edinburgh until next week. And I've got shows, mostly of improvised nature. And I do one on the screen, but it turns out I didn't bring the equipment, which is probably just as well, really. So come in. Yes, what I'm doing is I'm doing a live stream. I'm just letting people know. So telling them to come. If you want to come in, yes, hello. So let them come in, and I'm trying to attract people that are in the vicinity to come and see my show. And if not, to a live international audience, you can tell me what to do, and that's going to be the basis of the show. So I've already got one person. I'm not sure who you are. Is there something that you've always wanted to see on stage within reason? This is a family audience and it is quite early in the day, especially in Edinburgh. I don't know where it is where you're from, but yes, so we're going to do this and I'm going to keep going until somebody turns up. Maybe somebody will, maybe they're not. I'm going to still keep going because I'm doing a live stream and it's just an absolutely perfect time to do that. Life is good and everybody's happy. This is sort of impromptu. This is weird. Usually somebody turns up to my live stream or somebody turns up to my gig, and at this point one person's turned up to both, but there's one person in the world that I'm welcoming with open arms. Look, there's my arms open. One of them. There's the other one. Really difficult to I can't really prop this up on anything. This is the trouble. I've got the microphone. If I was doing the microphone as well, this would be really, I can wander around though. So I just said on Twitter that I was just doing a tour of the room. It's quite an interesting room. There's sort of David Bowie in there, and it's quite dark. This is one of the most haunted pubs in the whole of Scotland. Look, there's a skeleton, you can't see it. There's a scary skeleton you can't see in the corner. Hello, second person that's turned up. There's a picture from Ghostbusters in that room. You know, there's like a Carpathian scary person. I'm pretty sure it's Ghostbusters. It might not be Ghostbusters. I'm not sure who it is. There's a person in one corner. There's a picture from Alien in another corner. And there's King Kong and also John Barrymore. John Barrymore, not Barrymore. Hello, Steve. Like, I'm just saying, I'm doing a show live from Edinburgh, so the whole premise is I'm going to do whatever anybody wants, and nobody wants anything apparently. So, but hello anyway. Twitter has stopped. That's all right. I'm not using Twitter. It's YouTube. It's a completely different app. So maybe that's why it was sort of cutting out before, is I had two things. Also, the microphone's popping. So yeah, like I said, the shows have been going well. I've been flitting here, flitting there, doing lots of shows, my shows, other people's shows. It's all been really fun. And a lot of improvised songs, which are a new talent that I've discovered, which obviously is everyone's gagging to come and see based on how many people are in this audience. So many. It's so full. But then again, right, it is the most haunted pub in Scotland. So look at my audience of ghosts and invisible people. It's amazing. So I think the thing is with life is to make, you know, the whole lemons out of lemonade, to make gin and tonics out of lemons. I don't know. This is not even a lemon though, because there's not even a lemon here. This is my own making. I did have flyers made. Do you want to see my flyers? My flyers are brilliant. My friend Ash Price, who's a sort of a mind reader and paranormal illusionist, is also a very good designer, and he did some flyers for me. So they're in this box. No, they're not in this box. Oh, there they are. There's one. So this is my flyer, which is backwards. I've just realised because that's how it's backwards. But you imagine that the right way around. So with PBH's Free Fringe, and I'm here. tomorrow as well. I've got another show today at Barbados, which is on Cowgate Head. No, on Cowgate. Oh, it's on Cowgate Head, Barbados. Now it was. I had one yesterday, but it got put off because there was apparently a fat burger in the toilet, and it stopped all the pipes were blocked. It was very smelly, so they had to stop that. So I didn't do that show yesterday, but it did. It isn't backwards from this end. Oh, amazing! It's the right way round. That's amazing. I was just thinking that everything was backwards. That means that all these times I've been doing these live streams and thinking everything's backwards, it's been the right way around. You live and learn. Anyway, my show got cancelled yesterday, so I was like, oh no, we're not on a show. So I just turned up at another person's show, which is the premise of my show, and I did an improvised music show with somebody else who turned up called Lolsey Burns, who is a great person and has got a show at Sneaky Beats at I think 1:45 or something in the afternoon, and another one later on. So go and see those shows. Go and see my shows. I am here and I'm doing an improvised piece in a show. An improvised piece. It makes it sound so dramatic. I'm doing somebody's show. It's Improv Provocateur on Thursday. I want to say Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. I want to say Thursday. Yeah, Thursday at 3:20 at Chow Roma, which is on Northbridge, I think. Anyway, in Edinburgh. So come and see that. That'll be great. Come see my show tonight. If you're passing now, there's no good excuse. You're like, oh, well, I mean, you wouldn't be watching this live stream probably if you're passing in the street. But if you're sort of nearby and you can run here, like, have you seen those game shows where they say, if you know where this place is, then if you get here by the end, I'll give you £200,000. I'm not going to give you £200,000, but you will get to have a signed flyer. Can't say fairer than that. Now, the whole thing is if you see the show, it's a free show, but then people tip me, like give me money for seeing the show. So yeah, very much like YouTube in a bit, but yeah, a lot of people don't do anything. I don't think you can get there in time. No, I don't think you could. But hello, that's my housemate. Now, you're living a long way away from me because that's in London and this is Edinburgh and it takes about 9 hours to get here. So yeah, but if you want me to do a song, anyone, like Ollie or anyone else, Steve or anyone else, there's definitely somebody else. I will do a song for you and it will be an amazing song. Maybe. We can do that. What else have I got? I did have some wigs in my bag, but I didn't bring them to this one. I've got some cookies. That's biscuits for British people. I've got some water. I can drink some water. Oh, the amazing drinking the water. Like I'm a gerbil. Improvise a song about vegetables. Any particular vegetables or just any vegetables? Vegetables. Okay, right. Turnips. Turnips are so amazing. You thought I was gonna do something copyrightable then, but I didn't. Come in, I've got some audience and I'm live streaming this as well. Somebody online internationally has just asked me to do a song about vegetables. So have you got any vegetables that you really like? People in seeds, real audience. Yay, woo, woo, woo. Killing it, yeah. Turnips, what? Chilies. Chilies are vegetables, right, chili turnips, they're so hot and tasty, they're so pasty if you don't do them right, but they can burn like a bugger if you don't scrape the seeds off, and that's very important if you're making chili parsnips. I don't know why you would, but then again, chilies are the best. Chilies are from the West. No, they're not. Yes, they are. The West. Everywhere, but originally from America, which is in the West. I think you'll understand that it is. It is, isn't it?
It is.
It definitely is. Anyway, that wasn't a great song about vegetables, but you caught me unaware because I wasn't expecting to do anything about anything. So yes, so the whole point of this, lovely audience that have come, lovely audience internationally, hundreds of them, I've got hundreds of people. Cauliflower and broccoli, they say. Cauliflower and broccoli. Yeah, so that, Ollie Bean, was a joke about the highlight of the fringe, the joke of the fringe. Did you hear that? It's very controversial.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, a lot of people have said that they've done this particular thing before, so ha 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 person there. So that isn't a great thing. We're having a discussion about truth in comedy. Like, ages ago, David Baddiel, famous comedian, did a whole routine about pants with wings. Do you remember that? That's ages ago, probably before your time. And it used to infuriate me because there was no, he was like, what's pants with wings? It's like nothing, David Baddiel. Pants with wings is nothing. You've misunderstood the actual, so you can imagine what pants with wings, what he actually heard. I don't know whether you can. I think you.
Is it?
Yes, exactly. Yes, this is a live audience, so yeah. But anyway, he misunderstood it. So truth in comedy. I didn't mean just about that because they're the vegetables that we weren't able to get after Brexit. Somebody says. Yes,
Hey.
we will not. That's very true. We won't be able to get potatoes. We're completely screwed. That's true. I don't know whether I'm allowed to say that without being demonetized on because this is YouTube. Yes, but yeah. So cauliflower and broccoli and potatoes are 3 things that we won't get after Brexit. So that's really, really sad. So I don't know whether anybody wants me. I've made up about 4 songs about Brexit since Saturday because everybody wants to do that. So let's make a song up about Brexit.
Okay.
Right then. Yeah, I've never actually until Saturday because the whole premise of the show is people turn up. Like some people thought Marcus Birdman was going to be here and they weren't. So you were are you expecting me to be Marcus Birdman or you just thought there's somebody doing something? Let's go in there. That's good. That's a good spirit of the fringe. All right then. Brexit. Right. Brexit is the worst thing anyone ever did. A lot of people disagree with that. A lot of people think that cats and dogs get on really well, and sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. And this particular time, they don't. I'm not sure where I'm going with that, but I thought I had a rhyme, and I do not have a rhyme, and I do not have the time for people who think that Brexit is going to work, because I don't think, I'm no shirk, that's good, but Brexit's going to be a thing for you and you and you. You really thought it through, didn't you? You really thought it through, didn't you? Yes. Did you vote for Remain or for Leave? Yes. Yes, she voted for Remain and Leave. That's about the level of thought I'd have thought most people put into this thing. This song isn't really going very well, but I really don't. It's very like Brexit. Basically, the song's a disaster. So it's a metaphor, basically. Yeah, it's completely a metaphor. I've got some laughs from people. Like my flatmate has joined me from London. He said, I was like, come to see the show. He's like, it's a long way to come for like a 20-minute show, really, isn't it? But yes, so where are you from, lovely people?
Preston.
Bristol?
Preston, near Manchester.
Oh, Preston, near Manchester. Oh, yes, yeah. Sometimes I pass that on the train and I go, oh, that's Preston.
Not much there.
And then I go past
no
it.
one ever goes there.
Yeah, but it looks like a lovely place to go. Yes. Are you just up here for the fringe or have you just gone on holiday by mistake? Yeah.
Well,
Have you seen lots of things?
we only came yesterday, so not yet.
Oh, so you don't have the fringe burn yet. Have you seen many things? Have you seen good things?
You're our second thing.
I'm the second thing. It's an honour and a privilege. All right, so some people, right, what we did on Saturday was people looked up things that they might like to see in the Free Fringe book, and then I'd do a little recap of that based on absolutely nothing because I haven't seen very much because I haven't had time. Have you got the Free Fringe book? Yeah, so anything you would like to see, I'll do a little recap and we'll see whether you'd like to go and see more of it based on nothing.
Oh, so in a minute,
Yes.
we're thinking about going to see Danny's Got Talent.
Danny's Got Talent. All right then. Hello, I'm Danny. I'm going to go on Britain's Got Talent and I'm going to sing a song about big birds. Yeah. Everyone, clap along, everyone. Clap along to my brilliant song about birds. I like birds. Birds are the best. Birds are going to be there when you die. Yes, they are, because birds are angels in the sky. Birds are wonderful, and I've just driven away another person by singing this song about birds. I could see them in the door. They came no further than there. There does not rhyme with door. Make up a Brexit haiku mainly. What? Scotland votes to leave the UK. Can we come all up there and stay in Europe, apparently? So I'm being distracted by other people here. Stop heckling people in international. Birds! Birds are amazing! Birds are fantastic! Danny's got so much talent. He is the best thing in the world, and he's gonna win it all. And a moth's just flown into my head. There's a skeleton behind here. But yeah, Reese, do you want to come and see the skeleton?
Can we?
Come and see the skeleton, everyone! Roll up, roll up! Who needs the song about Brexit when you've got a skeleton?
Oh my gosh, there is a skeleton.
That is, I'm not just lying. I think, Paul, do you want to be, are you alright to be on this video?
Oh, yeah.
So hello, see, there's real people came to my show. And look, there's a
Real.
real skeleton. Can you see it? It's too dark to see. Can you see it? It's too dark to see, but there is a skeleton,
There is
isn't
a
it?
skeleton.
Yeah, so they're going to see Danny's Got Talent based on that little potted highlight. What else were you going to go and see?
We were going to see the Van Gogh guy.
Oh, he's really good. So I'd have to do some painting for that. The Van Gogh guy, it's what's the name of the show, do you know?
Van Gogh.
Find Yourself, exactly. Hello, audience. Yeah. So Van Gogh, Hide Yourself. Hide yourself? No, find yourself. And what he does is you go to his show, and he sort of he's like, hello, I'm Van Gogh. No, it's actually Van Gogh,
Yeah.
because he's like,
Yeah,
I'm Van Gogh, and I am from. I can't do a Belgian accent really. But no, he's not from Belgium, so that would be just as well. He's actually from the Netherlands. He's Holland. Yes, hello, I'm from Holland, and apologies to people from Holland, because I can't do Holland.
Orange?
French. Hello, I'm from Holland. I'm a Swedish chef that's from Holland.
Yeah.
That's how it works. I've moved from Sweden because there's international movement from Holland to Sweden, so that's okay. Save the Love Trump message retracted. What? Oh, sorry, that was his name. Steve the Love Trump has message retracted, so I don't know what he said. Okay, never mind. Sorry, much. Oh, that really misinterpreted. I. Now he says I. Good. Yeah, that's good. Anyway, so find yourself. Now in America, I've got American audience members. It's Van Gogh, and in Britain it's Van Gogh, but it is Van Gogh, or somewhere in between those things.
Yeah.
Somewhere in between those things. So find yourself. If you find yourself. Shotgun town. I've got like Talking Heads in my head now, you know, like that song. Anyway, yes, I can't sing copyrighted material on YouTube, so we'll let that go. So the Van Gogh, Find Yourself, is very good. You go there, and he's got a ginger beard and ginger hair, and he looks very like. It really is Van Gogh. Just see, he's very like that. And then you just go there and you paint. So I recommend that. Go and see that. It's amazing. Really amazing. And more people coming in. Come join me. No. Well, you're brave people, and they were.
You would see him.
You go see him. So what else would you like to see?
I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go to that Frankenstein bar.
Oh, yes. Now, this is not a fringe show. If you're ever in Edinburgh, there's a bar called Frankenstein's Bar. And every hour, I think, on the hour, the monster and the Frankenstein, the doctor, because obviously the doctor is the Frankenstein. Dr. Frankenstein and Frankenstein's monster, who's sort of Adam, I think, in the book. I think it's like referred to as like, I will call you Adam. And then he never calls him Adam. And he's like, no, don't call me Adam. Call me Adam. Yeah, call me Madam. So he forgets about that later on. And then Frankenstein's monster, he goes, oh, he's too ugly. I've made him, yet I don't want him. And he lets him free. Right? So he doesn't let him free in Frankenstein's bar. He's just like, oh, I've created a monster. And it's great. And there's all like, and everyone goes, what? It's Frankenstein creating a monster. And then they drink big cocktails in fish bowls and things like that. I'm sure there's fish bowl cocktails. It's amazing.
Green as well.
Yes, and they're all green. It's like Frankenstein's lab, and it's really good, and you should go there. And but Frankenstein is an interesting book. Have you read the book? Yeah.
It's really good.
And it's not the same as they've never really made. Even the Robert De Niro one wasn't really that true to it. No, because Frankenstein's monster. I don't know whether it's some sort of allegory. Probably it's like you make somebody to love you, and then you don't love them, and you let them go, and then they try to chase you and then they kill people in the process, and then they chase you into the Arctic and carry you into the ice, and and you're never seen again. So that's definitely an allegory for love, any relationships really. That's really what happens. It's like Frankenstein is a really difficult book as well, a strange book, because it starts off with like a sea captain going, I've been at sea for days and days and days. It's like, have you? why are you telling me this? And he goes, oh, and then somebody came on my ship.
Yeah, it's like layered like
It's
this,
layered.
isn't
It's
it?
layered like an egg. I was going to say, but it's not really comes up. Sorry, I just want to see what that person said. No, it's gone. Yeah, so I have to wait till people say things. It's like, what's going on? I don't know. So it's layered like an egg.
Yes.
Or an onion would be more. But an egg has got layers. It's not the one that you usually use as a simile.
Complex. They have layers.
Eggs, they do have layers because they have an outside, especially if you have Scotch egg, but they've still got the shell inside the Scotch egg, and then you've got 2 layers. So you've got at least 4 layers in that egg. It's like a magic egg. And then if it's like a Kinder Surprise egg, inside the egg, like a Kinder Surprise, you've got a toy inside some plastic. Instead, 2 layers of chocolate inside some foil, inside some yolk, like it's a raw egg, obviously, because otherwise it would be really. Oh, you cook it inside a white, inside the shell, inside another layer, and then you put it, and then the Scotch, then the meat or a vegan alternative. Well, you wouldn't have the egg then, that would you? Well, yes. How would you get a vegan egg? Yeah, you get a vegan egg. Yeah, a fake egg, and then a layer of stuff, and then a layer of crumb, and then a layer of fat where you. So it's layers upon layers. That's much better than an onion as a simile, really, or as a metaphor, really. Yeah, much better.
It is.
It is. I've smashed it.
Did.
I definitely did. That's definitely something that they should really bring up in metaphor school or simile school, and teach the difference between metaphors and similes to Elise. So she can go, yeah, a simile is something that is as or like, whereas a metaphor is just is. It's just a comparison without using as or like, where you have to do all the work on your own. I am a Kinder egg, wrapped in an enigma, wrapped in some Scotch egg, wrapped in some foil, wrapped in.
I think there's a haiku there.
It is, and somebody said do a haiku about vegetables, and I actually did a haiku, more or less, about a weird egg thing that.
Unborn fetus than a vegetable, though.
Yeah, that's true. It is an unborn fetus. It's like, is egg vegetable? No.
Definitely.
There's a very, very wide-ranging definition for it.
Either, but it will be one day.
It will be, it's not an animal, but it's from an animal, and it won't be an animal, but something in it. Very much like the oyster and the pearl. Like, I would imagine that pearls aren't vegan because they're made by oysters,
No.
aren't they? Yeah.
No,
But you didn't eat them though. You don't eat them anyway. Sorry, yeah.
You're exploiting the oysters.
You're exploiting the oysters. You're just making the monster oyster have pain for ages and ages, in pain, so much pain. It's like, oh, get this bit of grit out of me, and then it makes it something amazing and beautiful, and you go, ha ha! I have this lovely pearl. Oh, look, an oyster. I'll eat that too. Oh, that poor oyster. Are you vegans, madam and sir? No, that's okay. So I'm talking about oysters, not gonna. No. So apologies to any vegans here. I've tried being a vegan. I'm a vegan in my house, and then outside my house, it's like, what can I eat? Basically, I'm not a good vegan. Very bad vegan. It's like, does that look nice? Is it gonna make me ill? Eat. That's basically it. Eat. And also, I don't want to waste. So I've got to admit, if it's free food, I will eat it. So I've eaten a lot of insects. And somebody said, what, just on the street? It's like, no, I've been offered them free. But now I'm thinking about it. What with Brexit looming, I might have to just eat them on the street because that is a lot of free protein on the go.
Very true.
Yeah, there's a lot of. I mean, I'm not sure about. I think cockroaches. I think they've got a reputation for being tasting a bit weird. I don't know because I haven't tasted one. But apparently ants are very nice. Don't get the fire ants. They've got a bit of a kick to them. So maybe unless you really like the sort of chili. So maybe ants are the same as vegetables. Ants are like chilies.
Yeah.
Don't trust me on that. Like yeah.
We've got to go and see that show. I know you're.
Amazing.
Can we give you a big round of applause anyway?
Amazing. Yes, I'm going to have a big round of applause from the audience. The audience will see. Yay! See, it's all worth it. Thank you very much, lovely audience. Go and see that show.
Okay.
See, this is Edinburgh. This is how I roll. To be honest, you're equal. I've had two people audiences. 2 people audiences rock. I've also had a 5-person. I've only been doing it since Wednesday. I only had the fly. Have one of my flyers anyway. Yeah, so you know who it was. I was. Look me up on YouTube. Look me up on Twitter. It's got my name. I'm pretty much Elise Harris everywhere. I'm quite easy to find. But have a lovely fringe anyway. Yeah. So I don't know what time it is. I'm in here until 20 to 3. No, it's already 20 to 3, 20 to 4. So my audience online has been very quiet, but I can see they're still there. I think I must have disturbed them. Bye-bye. See you. Have a lovely show. So this is Edinburgh for you. Now, you might think, oh, poor Elise with only 2 audience. But Sam, I might not have got anybody. I mean, I might have just stood here with nobody except for you, but I've still got you. I've always got you to rely on, to give me hope, to make me happy. Anyway, so now I've got a couple of minutes. I don't know what time it is. I'm still here enjoying the show. Yeah, it's good. Arriving to your live chat. Is it possible to start from the beginning? Yes, I'm going to start from the beginning. Yes, no, you can go to the beginning and just pretend. Oh, you can write comments in the comment section if you've only just joined me, and I'll just see them later at a later date. So I'm quite glad this is quick. So I got a real audience. Now, I have done a show every day. This is good because, you know, I didn't have to cancel. I wasn't going to cancel it anyway. I was going to do it to you, the lovely audience. So because I only got the flyers printed on Saturday, these flyers, and I'm not in the main book, which you have to pay hundreds of pounds to get into, it's really difficult to get an audience. And there's so many people really trying to compete for the audience is the trouble. And also, I did give loads of flyers out, but it was raining. So maybe I would have thought that, yeah, you could use them as an umbrella. They'd be not very good as an umbrella, unfortunately. But you could take 20 or 30 and fashion them into a cunning umbrella that would be one use only, because I think it would be quite wet after that time. But it's something, isn't it? So yes, shows have gone better, shows have gone worse than these, but I'm having fun, and that's important. So they've pretty much been improvised all the time. They did the Welsh show on Saturday to a captive audience. I can't show you my Welsh show because it's on this tablet, and the trouble is I'm using this tablet to live stream. Otherwise I could do your sort of presentation. Now I didn't really, because I'm only here for one day, and it's sort of, there's no like technical person in charge. So I turned up a couple of minutes before and like, can I plug in my stuff and put the presentation on the wall, on the back projection? And it turned out that not with this equipment. So, you know, it's probably just as well nobody came up if I was going to, because I might have done the show about archaeology, which I've got a presentation to. But I was thinking maybe I can do because it's like a sort of PowerPoint type of thing. I could do that as a video with just me doing a voiceover, if anyone is up for me seeing, you know, a stupid show about being Welsh or archaeology. I don't know whether I intercut it with me doing little bits from it, or whether I just do the voiceover. I don't know, depending on what people think, really. Yeah, so this has been fun. It's been a fun fringe. I've seen lots of people's shows, and I've done shows, even if not, you know, when you got it 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just I've got more people seeing my shows all together than usually turn up to my live stream. So I just basically don't mind. Yeah, sounds like a good idea. So those will be more sort of like PowerPoint presentations with maybe a little bit of me, but maybe I won't even be on screen, and see how that goes. And they will probably be, depending on, they'd be between 20 minutes and 45 minutes, depending on how much I rush it. So yeah, I could do that, because they've been hanging around for ages, and I'm like, what am I going to do with these? You know, past shows, ghosts of shows past. Oh, as I said, this is one of the most haunted pubs in Edinburgh. Spooky. So maybe we should go on a ghost hunt. What time is it? Has anybody got the time? Do you know what the time is? Tell me the time. Oh, hang on. I've got a... why I'm demanding things of you. Hello, fifth person. 3:34, so I've got 6 minutes left of this actual show. But while we're here, we can go on a ghost hunt. So it's like, whoa, because people actually pay to go on the ghost hunt. So, whoa, it's dark. So I can't go on a ghost hunt in the dark because you won't be able to see me. But if anyone can spot a ghost, now that's a microphone. I was like, oh, that's a ghost in the background. It's not, it's a microphone. So let's see, is there a ghost? A ghostly presence. Yes, it's me. I'm never here. I'm not really here. So it's really bad that you can't. Can you see the skeleton? If I go from, can you see the skeleton? It is there. So, and over here is the, in the dark, the poster. You can't see it. The light's not good. It's very spooky, very atmospheric in here. So, what they do is like in the bowels. This is under the bridge, under not the George IV Bridge, under North Bridge. So what it is in Edinburgh, there is like a series of alcoves, really, is floating nun behind me. Yes, a series of alcoves, and what it was, they built the bridge originally, and they thought they'd have lots of businesses underneath. And lots of, merchants and stuff. But after a couple of years, it got very damp. So they shut it all up. And then for quite a long time, it's just full of rubble. Then they started, later on, emptying it out. And this pub is actually one of the alcoves that they emptied out. When I first started coming here, it was called the... I can't remember what it's called, but it's called something else. It wasn't called Banshee Labyrinth. And it was very damp. But then it got taken over by somebody else, and they refurbished it. So it's very nice. It's very atmospheric now. It's a good venue to do. I've got another show here tomorrow if anyone wants to come, but I'm not in the cinema room tomorrow. I'm in the banquet hall, and I do all sorts of things there, banqueting. Or maybe I'll do the same thing tomorrow. Just talk to you and hope somebody turns up. I can do some spoken word and all sorts of fun. So it's really nice, but there's ghost tours that go underneath, because there's not just like one layer of alcoves. There's like 3 or 4 layers, and they go very, very far, and a lot of them are still empty. So there's ghost tours that go underneath where I am, in the ground underneath, and they show you around and they tell you stories, spooky stories about how this is where a coven meets, and this is where a group of people hid from the Edinburgh fire and they got burned alive because it was so hot. And you go, did that happen? Apparently no, it didn't happen. And I know this because Ash Price, who made my flyers, used to be one of the people that did these ghost walks, and but it's been amazing. So yeah, what I was saying is that about the people burning alive, Ash invented that, and it got passed on to the people that were working in the ghost tours after him. But it was quite good. One time I went on this ghost tour, and then they gave you a whiskey and some shortbread afterwards. Now I didn't eat the shortbread because I'm gluten intolerant, but I did drink the whiskey, which was probably a mistake because I immediately straight afterwards had a show in this very venue, not in this particular alcove, in one of the other alcoves. But you can go back and see that video from several years ago. I think it was 2011, where I'm like, I'm quite happy to do this show, looking around. So I have got a thing about this is the most haunted pub. I've got things from this particular venue from years ago, because I've done a little bit of Edinburgh for years and years and years and years and years and years. So thank you for the 3 people that have stuck with me, and I'm going to carry on until I've got somebody coming in. But it's been a great show. So I've had people in. And I haven't been talking to myself. Thank you for keeping me company. That's been amazing. And yeah, as I said, don't feel sorry for me that I only got 2 people, because I got 2 people. I still did my show. Now, it was a free show, completely free, because there is an opportunity to give money at the end of the show, but because those people had something else to go to, and I wasn't going to press them, and they didn't see the whole show, they didn't. But that's the whole premise. So if you come tomorrow to my show live, yes, and then give me money in my bucket, yes, loads of money. See, there's the money, money, and people are really good at giving the £20 in one of the big venues, but it's so quality that I think it's worth that. Very few people actually do give that, but the show before me, it was coming out, it was packed, and everyone was putting money in the bucket. I was very impressed, because I'm not very good at doing the giving money speech, but he obviously was. So kudos to that. Anyway, how long have I been? Now, what's the time? Does anybody have the time? Where's the time where you're from? Hello? Are you in the show? Are you in the next show? All right. So what time are you expecting to be in here? Now. All right. So the next person has turned up. And the next person's show is coming up. So I'm going to say goodbye, adieu, auf Wiedersehen, and I'm going to let the next person set up. But it's been really nice seeing you, and I will see you again very soon. Bye-bye.